right, so I wanted to take you through the swing evolution. I changed my swing a lot this year. Felt like weekly I would feel really good with something, and then I just couldn't get the feeling anymore. So then I would try something new. So early in the year, I really was feeling good with one plane swing feel with a forward press, but I didn't really understand the concept of hinging the left wrist by pushing down. And so when I was trying this, I was pushing there and keeping my wrist stiff, which is good for the iron game, but when it came to the 3-wood driver, I was spraying it and I was not consistent. Plus, it lacked a lot of power because of zero wrist hinge, really. And the consistency of pushing, the forward press without being without knowing exactly how much I did it every single time, good for distance with the driver or 3-wood. So then I was trying to get more distance, trying to do more education on properly hinging the wrist, cocking the left wrist, hinging this right wrist. And so that's when I found Nick Faldo's drill, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen before, where you're kind of set up like this. You're like this, you turn back, and swing. That felt so good, even that ball actually. That felt amazing, but I could not figure out for the life of me how to get from a dress position, either here, which I tried here and here, how to get to this position the same way every time, but here, without pulling it inside and then coming over the top, or being too far outside. So it looked like this, and you'll see in the videos that I'm going to post throughout the year, some of my swings actually were purely like this, hinging and turning. So it's like this. Which, hey, I played pretty well, but for the first time ever, if I got a hold of a driver, it wasn't consistent, but if I got a hold of a driver, I could hit the ball really far because I was hinging or cocking my left wrist the correct way, which I've never really done before because I've always been single planer and not a lot of wrist hinge. And so then I quickly figured out, like, oh man, this is tough to get consistent from here to there. So then I tried doing that from the single plane swing. So it was like this, here, here. And same thing, if I hit the ball well, it was crushed, but it just was not consistent every time with every club. Sometimes it'd be too far inside, sometimes out here, and it just didn't feel comfortable. Some rounds would be good, some rounds would be terrible. So then I was like, you know what? Now that I'm kind of understanding this left hinge a little more, I understood that to hinge the left wrist, you got to push down here. So I started kind of feeling that and getting it. And then probably 2 months ago, that's when I started feeling that mixed with the one plane swing. Because with the one plane swing, you take it to the inside slightly and then push down to get the hinge. What I didn't realize is I had been doing the one plane swing without the hinge really the whole time, which is good for consistency with irons and that sort of thing, but to get distance is difficult. So I mixed a little bit of the Faldo drill and that pro sender feel like this. I put this here, set my front foot flared up so the hips are slightly already pre-rotated, and if I preset the wrist hinge and the right wrist, I can go to here and just turn without thinking about a whole lot else. Yeah, so I'm just excited for golf to continue, baby. Learning. We're learning out here. I learn things, I'll pass them on to others, just little tidbits. And of course, as I learn things, just little tidbits, little golden nuggets, I'll post them on here. And you know, if it helps anybody, that's amazing. All right, here we go. Let's roast this. Let's cook this ball right here.